Good morning everybody and welcome to day 2 of our creative crafting challenge. Now then, I think most of you that have tuned in already know who I am, but if you are new to the group, welcome first and foremost. And secondly, my name is Nicola and I'm the founder of The Fearless Frog, which basically offers creative crafting workshops for children. So the idea of these 3 days is just to get you sort of in the habit of crafting with children at home. So that's why I've done this 3 days in the Easter holidays. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday when we made our plastic bottle wind spiral. Today, we're going to be making a rain stick, which is fantastic because it's good fun to make, but also it's really good fun to play with afterwards. And if you make it really carefully, you can really hear what sounds like the rain as well, which is fantastic fun. Forgot to mention as well, here on the side, she's just eating an apple at the moment. This is Ivy, who often pops in to come and see the crafts that we're doing and get involved as well. So although it's kind of aimed at sort of 5 to 7 years, you know, younger children get involved, and even my son who's 13 gets involved. So he's called Lex, that's right. So hopefully it appeals to lots of different ages. Okay, now before we get started this morning, I just wanted to very quickly let you know that I've got some exciting news coming up. So if you want to hear about what that is, please stay tuned to the end and I'll let you know then. Okay, so shall we get started with our rain stick? Are you ready? Yes? A mouthful of apple. So the first thing you're going to need is some foil, basically. So in order to make the rain stick work, you need to have something that kind of slows down the rice as it falls down the tube. Okay. Now, obviously, with it just being Easter, quite a few of you may well have some foil left over from your Easter egg. So this would be a really good way of using up some of that foil. But to begin with, you need quite a large piece of foil. And obviously, if you've got some little ones there with you doing it today, it's a lovely sensory thing to play with. Okay, so the first bit of foil that I've got, there you go, Lex, if you want to get a piece of foil, you need about 10 inches. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to scrunch it up and make it into a sort of stick. Okay, so you're going to roll it up so it's like a stick, about this sort of long. Okay, and then you're going to need like a wooden spoon or a stick from the garden. So if you went out yesterday and got a stick for your plastic bottle spiral and you found an extra one, you could use that, or you could use a wooden spoon. And you're going to wrap that around your wooden spoon like that. Okay, there we have it. That's all you're going to do with the first piece of foil, and take it off so you end up with a spiral like this. Okay, you're then going to need a second piece of foil, which can be a bit smaller, which is why the Easter egg foil is probably quite useful for this. Okay, do you want the spoon there, Lex, as well? So we can wrap it around that. Okay, so again, you need to roll it up into a sort of a stick. Do you want to play with that bit, darling? Yeah. Have a little of a scrunch of that. Okay, so roll it up into a bit of a stick. Okay, and this one's going to be a bit tighter because it's a smaller piece of foil. So you're making this one a little bit tighter, and then you can wrap it around something a little bit narrower than a wooden spoon. So I would suggest perhaps like a paintbrush, for instance. Okay, and you're going to wrap it around that one nice and tight. Oh, you've scrunched that in a right ball, haven't you? But you can make it into a worm, a wiggly worm. Yeah? So do that one quite tight, and you end up with a second spiral. There you go. And then you're going to put that inside of your big spiral. Okay. Now this is an important step to do because this is kind of what slows down the rice in the tube and helps to make it sound more like rain. So this is a lovely activity to do with little ones because they love scrunching around with the foil, as you can see Ivy's doing at the moment. But if you're a little bit older, you can probably do this yourself as well. Okay. So there we have our foil bit, which is going to go inside our tube. Okay, so just pop that to one side once you've done the foil tube. You're not very good at doing that one, don't worry. That's fine. We're going to leave that to one side because the next thing we need is our tube. All right. So we need a cardboard tube, sort of thing that you get inside a kitchen towel roll. So this sort of size. If you haven't got one of those, you could use 2 loo rolls and just stick them together like this. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you decide to use. The first thing we're going to do with it is we're going to make some lids. So we're going to make a lid for the bottom and a lid for the top. Okay, so
Airplane.
You can hear an aeroplane, that's right. Get yourself some coloured paper like this, and you're going to need a pen or a pencil to draw around. Now, don't put it too close to the edge of the paper because you need some room around it in a moment. So I'll just show you what we're going to do. We're going to put that on a piece of paper, maybe leave about 1 inch all the way around it, and draw a circle on your piece of paper. Doesn't have to be super neat or anything like that, so just draw your circle on there. And then you're going to draw just a freehand circle all the way around the outside. Again, it doesn't need to be super neat, but I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that's all you need there. And then you fold over your piece of paper like that. It'll save cutting twice. You can just cut once. So you're going to cut around the big circle around the outside. Okay, so it doesn't need to be super neat, but this is what we're using to make our lid. Look at you, what are you doing there? So we're just going to cut around the big circle, and as I say, this is going to be forming our lid. Obviously, if you've used something like a poster tube, you won't need to do this step because you'll have the lid from the poster tube. Okay, there we go. So you end up with 2 pieces that look like this. Okay, now I'm going to keep them together. And the next step we're going to do is we're going to make little cuts all the way around the circle, all the way around it. Okay, so you'll end up with something that looks like this. Okay, so you've got little snips all the way around it. So that's what we're going to do next. There we go. So put snips all the way around it. Now try not to go into the circle itself, because otherwise that's where your rice might escape. We're just putting these snips on it so it's a little bit easier to attach the lid to our tube. As I say, try not to go into the actual circle, just very, very close to it. I don't know if you can see it very well. So just go close to it, but not into the circle when you're putting your snips in place. Okay. Now, if you've got a little one like me next to you that's working with you, they could be looking at the next step. So I'm just going to put that to one side and I'll show you what they can be doing while they're waiting for you to prep the lid. Oops, got all these falling over. So we're going to be putting rice into our rain maker. So they can have a little bit of a play with some rice in a tray if they want. So you've got 2 different ones there. We've just got some colourful rice we're making use of. It doesn't have to be colourful because no one's going to see it. So it can just be standard rice that you've got in the cupboard. So I'm just going to pour that in there so you can have a little bit of a play while I'm finishing off doing the lid for the rainmakers. Okay, so once you've done all the snips all the way around, so you'll end up with 2 of them. Okay, we're only going to attach 1 of them to begin with. Okay, so let's have a go on this one. And the idea is you're going to, squish them down, and you're going to put tape on it all the way around to hold it in place. Okay, so you'll end up with something like this. So I'm going to have a go at doing that with you. Okay, so I've put lots of tape on it. It needs to be really nice and secure because you don't want any rice escaping out of the bottom. Okay, otherwise it'll end up all over the carpet. Okay, so there's my tape. Here's the tape. Doesn't matter what colour sort of tape you use. I've got masking tape. That's your tape, yeah. You can use masking tape. You could use sellotape. You choose. What's yours, sweetheart? You want to do it on that one? You're just going to put some tape on it. Why don't you put some tape on this one for me, look?
You do this one for me.
Yeah, I'm doing this one for you. Look. There you go. There's some tape.
This one's for me.
Look. Are you just going to stick some on? Well, you can decorate that tube if you like, and then we'll make that one into a rainmaker in a minute, or a rain stick in a moment.
I can do mine.
It's a bit tricky, isn't it? You can do lots of decorating on this one with the colourful tape. So you're just trying to stick the edges all the way down so that it doesn't come off. And obviously it's to act like a lid to the end of the right stick.
Scissors.
Let's find your little scissors. Hang on a second. I think they're up here. There you go. Have a go at cutting with that one. Okay. And there you have it. All right, I'm just going to put an extra bit all the way around because I wanted it to be super, super secure. And it doesn't matter what it looks like because you can always cover it up when you get to the decorating stage anyway. Okay. There you have it. So there we go, nice and secure. Oh look, Nanny Harriet says, good morning, Nick and Ivy. Is that nice? And Jane's there. Hi Jane, morning. So there we go, we've got the lid on the bottom there. All right. So the next bit that we need to do then is we need to get the foil that we made earlier, and we're going to pop that into our tube. So that's nice and straightforward.
My sellotape.
You dropped the sellotape. Can you reach it? Got it? So that's very simple. Just pop in the foil into the tube. Make sure it fits. You might just need to bend over the top a little bit. That's absolutely fine. And then, this is the fun bit. Ivy, do you want to do this bit? We're going to put some of this rice.
No, yeah, I'm not finished yet.
We're going to put some of it into here. Do you want to do some?
You're doing this too.
I'm going to do it myself. Okay. So you need about like a quarter of a cup or a third of a cup of rice to put into the container. So I'm just going to scoop some rice up. It's a great little activity for little ones to do, having fun with pouring and so on. Ah, good morning. We've got Anna, Ella and Mabel. Lovely to have you here with us. So we're just pouring some rice into our rain stick. Makes a lovely noise already. Just put a little bit more in. Okay. There we go. So I've got quite a bit in there. Adds a bit of weight to it as well. Okay. And so once you've got a good, so as I say, about a quarter of a cup, a good scoopful poured into your rain stick, you then need to be adding on your lid.
I can't
okay.
put it off.
Don't worry, darling. Do you want to put some in there as well? You need to put your foil piece in your one. There we go. Okay. So once you've got your rice in, just move that across a little bit. You're then going to need to put your lid onto the top here.
Crazy.
It's going crazy.
I'm going everywhere. Really got
Here, one in the background. Lex has done one down there. She's putting the final lid on as well. Okay. So squish it all on the top. If you've got big hands, much easier. Little hands can just do it bit by bit.
Need a stand up.
Okay.
I need a little one.
I need a little. Do you want to use that one?
Just little.
Yeah. I'm squishing it all on so that we've got it all secure. Again, plenty of tape. Make it nice and secure. Don't want the rice coming out, ending up all over the house, which is what my house looks like at the moment. We've got rice all downstairs. We've got rice in here as well. But it's all good fun, isn't it? And in fact, actually, this week, I will probably do a live video at some point about how to make colourful rice. It's so easy, but so much fun. Look very effective as well. Okay, so there we go. I don't think any of the rice is getting out of this bad boy. There we go. All right, so we have the basics of our rain stick already done. Now, it's entirely up to you how you decorate, okay? So you could, if you wanted to, get the paints out, go straight into painting all over it. You could, which is what we're going to do, we're going to cover it with some colourful paper. Okay, so I'm actually going to make my one yellow, and then we're going to add some stickers afterwards. Okay, so the first thing is just to kind of check the size of it, and luckily for me, the A4 paper is just the right size really for this sort of size kitchen towel, or my two loo rolls that are stuck together, so that's quite a nice sort of size.
I'll start green.
You're going to do green? You can do green. Can I put that tray out of the way a second? So I'm just going to roll it over to see how much I'm going to need.
I'm going to roll mine over.
You're going to roll yours over. You want a little bit of extra space so that you can stick it to the actual roll as well. You got some coloured paper there, Lex? Yeah. Do you want what colour would you like? Green, all right? Okay.
My favourite colour is green and orange.
It is, isn't it? You've got orange tape all over yours now. Now, on the piece of paper that you're going to wrap around, I'm just going to put some glue on it to help secure it when we're rolling it over.
Where's my glue?
You can use this one. We haven't got a lid on your rain stick yet. Which one have you put the rice in? You put it in the one with no lid. Oh, has that one got some rice in it? Should we put some rice in there? Yeah? And we'll get a lid on that one for you in just a second. I'm just going to roll this up so people can see what I'm doing with this bit. So I'm just going to roll the paper around the tube. Okay. And I often think it's better to be super secure if you want it to stay put. So I'm going to use some colourful tape to hold it in place as well. Okay.
I'm ready.
What tape would you like, Lex? The glue stick? There you go. So there we go. I've got my colourful paper and I put some colourful tape on there as well, just to keep it extra secure. Glue stick's probably fine, but I just like to make sure. So while I'm doing the lid for you, Ivy, would you like to put some stickers on the outside? Would you like to use some of the star stickers and put those on the outside of this one for me? No? Well, anyway, that's a good idea to put some stickers on. So I'm just going to put the lid on Ivy's one while she's waiting. You're not fancy doing that today? No? Did we do a bit too much with the stickers yesterday? We did have a lot of fun with stickers yesterday. I think I'm still finding them on my slippers. There we go. So I'll put the lid on your one, Ivy, for you. Do you want to stick those stickers onto Mummy's? Or are you going to stick them on your one?
That's mine.
This is your one, yeah. There we go.
Not want yours.
You don't want to put them on my one? What colour paper would you like on your one, Ivy?
Green.
You would like green, and then you're going to put some orange tape on it.
Yeah.
I bet you are. Okay, so let's get your green paper for you here then. Would you like me to put some green paper on for you?
What's my... Oh.
Would you like to do the glue stick bit for me? Have you finished with the glue down there, Lex? Excellent. Can you put some glue on for me? Is that the right bit? Hang on. Hang on. Put the wrong bit to one side, haven't I? Here we go. Yeah. So if you want to put some glue on there for me, Ivy, can you do that for me? Put some glue on the paper. Super. Excellent. So how's yours coming along? Okay. So obviously I've put colourful paper on mine. I'm going to put a few stickers on as well. So if you've got sort of glitter glue, or if you've got some felt tip pens, you might want to do some little drawing over it if you want to as well. Just going to put a few of these on. I like star stickers. Make sure you put some glue on there, darling. And then we can stick it onto yours.
So I'll get in it a bit first.
Yeah. Here we go. There we are. Hoping yours are looking good, guys. I'd love to see what you're managing to make at home. You can pop some photos of them in the comments once the video goes into replay. You've got lots of glue on there. Excellent. Okay. So I've got lots of stickers on. As I say, you could decorate with some felt tip pens. Let me just see if I've got some felt tip pens handy. I've got some orange and yellow and green.
All of the colours.
You would like all of the colours. Here we go. Let's do some swirly patterns. Here we are. Some little swirlies. Would you like that one next? Right, so we put your paper on now.
Hey, no.
Oh, don't you want the paper on there?
Yeah.
No, you're sticking first. Okay. Right then, so we're about there then, and hopefully you've had a really nice time making your rain sticks. Oh, I love the sound of that. And then you can go around making lots of noise as well, turn it into a bit of a maraca as well. So I hope you've really enjoyed that. Now, on to my very, very exciting news. I have managed somehow to put together my very own YouTube channel. And I would love you to pop over to YouTube and have a look at some of the videos and subscribe if you like them. Now, a lot of the videos are from the lives that I've done on Facebook previously. So they're not super slick. They're very much, you know, me and Ivy, no editing or anything like that. So they're just fun videos that if you want to craft along and perhaps miss some of the ones we've done previously, they are on there as well. The other thing I've added onto it is things like how to make slime nice and easily at home, how to make Play-Doh, for instance. So hopefully they're nice and easy to follow along, and usually on the descriptions I've put on there what you need in order to do the crafts that I'm going through. So I hope you have lots of fun, and please, as I say, head over to YouTube, subscribe, like my channel, share it with people you think might like to craft along as well. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that today, and I'll see you all again soon. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock, we've got a bird mask coming up. Let me show you this. This is good fun. Very, very quickly, before we leave. Here we are. Make your own bird mask with an egg carton box. Okay? Anyway, hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.